Hi, Brad Poche here with Berryland Campers, and I'm standing in front of our best-selling travel trailer for the last 4 or 5 years here at Berryland Campers. This is the 26 DBH Cherokee Gray Wolf. And I want to do a complete walk around on this unit because this is the latest version. It's funny, the RV industry is they're a little different from the car industry. When you have model year change from a 2015, let's say, to a 2016, a lot of times that's where you'll see new colors, new options, and things like that. Well, the RV business, they'll kind of change as they go, and this is the latest generation of the 26 DBH. This unit just came in. We're here in August, late summer, and this will probably be the way they build the Cherokee Gray Wolf for the next 6 to 8 months. So I want to do a good walkthrough, show you what's standard, the way we equip them here at Berryland. Once again, this is our best-selling travel trailer. It's a great floor plan. I'll kind of point out some of the reasons why it's such a good seller for us as we walk around the unit. We have it priced here at $19,990. It's under $20,000, and it's very well equipped. So stay tuned with us, and we're going to start on the outside, give you a full tour of the outside, and then we'll walk inside. The air conditioning's on, so we might spend a little more time inside and show you the 26 DBH Cherokee. Like I said before, we're just going to do a quick walk around on the outside of the Cherokee because I want to point out some features. We're not the least expensive trailer on the RV market, but I think we offer the most value and the most options for the money. Construction-wise, I want to point out that this is a plywood floor on this trailer. The whole floor decking is a plywood floor. Option-wise, first thing we can notice here is the power jack up here in the front. It's lighted so that if you're out here hooking up in the dark, you can see. It's got a little level up here on the top so you can get the front of the camper somewhat level, and this is not the end all. It's not a big level, but it will help you get it pretty doggone straight. We do put a propane tank cover on the front of the campers. A lot of customers have asked us over time, why don't you put the big propane tanks on the front of our Gray Wolves? Well, I don't do it for a number of reasons. It's not a very expensive option to go to the bigger propane tanks, but we found that these are easier to deal with and handle, the smaller tanks. And if you ever run out of propane and there's not a filling station around, you can bring these tanks and exchange them at a Eckert's or a Walgreens and stuff like that. So there's a lot of gas stations that carry the smaller tanks, so it gives you the availability to get another propane tank kind of when you're on the road. This is a little feature that's probably more used maybe up north than it is down here in the south, but we do have some people who are into dry camping. This is a little solar plug. You can buy an extra solar panel and plug it right into here, and it'll keep your batteries charged, and it'll also run some of the lights and things in there. This is a standard feature. It comes equipped with the Cherokee Gray Wolves. We put it on every one we have here. You notice you have a big area right here of storage. Storage is something that we find that's very important. Radius entry storage doors. In the old days, you found a lot of square storage doors which could poke you, and they're not as strong as a radius storage door. But you got plenty of storage here on the Cherokee Gray Wolf. As we walk around the camper, I'm going to point out some other storage areas. You have a light here in the front. We call that a scare light, but it's a nice big light here at night. So if you're loading up your hitch, you're doing things out here at night, you just want to see what's going on, you have the big light here. You also have the LED lights. LED is a wonderful thing for the RV industry. It's kind of changed a lot of the way we do things in the RV industry. We can put lights in places that we never were able to before. And this is a real cool feature. It's got the little blue LED light, so you're kind of not blinded. We put it up next to the camper because a lot of times you're out here enjoying your awning. A lot of them put them out in the awning, but it's kind of out there where it's shining in your eyes. So we find it's a little better to put them right up here next to the camper. Another reason for that is you can use them when the awning's in. So if you take the awning in, you can still use the LED lights. Big grab handle here for your entry door. That's something that we put on all of the Cherokee Gray Wolves here. Another neat thing is this friction hinge. This door here will kind of stop wherever I leave it open, and it eliminates the need for the little latches that go back here on a lot of the campers, a lot of the doors that you find. A lot of our customers say they like it. I think it works better. I tell you, about 9 out of 10 campers that we trade for that are pre-owned, the latch is broke here on the door. So that kind of, prevents you from having to worry about breaking your latch. When you get here underneath the awning, this is usually the area where you're going to gather. We're going to have a radio to the speakers here. Now this ties in with your speakers from inside. We also have a TV mount. This unit does not come with a TV, but it does come with TV mounts. And something we do here at Berryland Campers, if you bring a TV in and you buy a camper from Berryland, we'll help you get it wired up, help you get it hooked up with the antenna. If you want to use a satellite, bring your direct TV or your dish box. We'll get it all working for you. But the TV mount that's on the inside is also out here, so you can move your TV out here to the outside. You have a place here to plug it in. You got plugs and you got cable hookups out here on the outside. Real neat feature. Now, something we added this year that we didn't do on the 2015 model Grey Wolves, we added the optional aluminum wheels. And that's just listening to our customers and what they prefer. And we, thought it had a real nice look, so we wanted to go with the aluminum wheels on this year's model. So we picked up the aluminum wheels here on the outside. Awning here on the outside. Nice thing about the awning, if it does fill up with rain, it will fold down like this, and you can take a little Allen wrench here and pull it down and adjust it down. So if you want to leave your awning, we don't recommend leaving them out in a storm, but if it is raining a little bit, you can pitch one side down so that it'll shed the water and not fall down on you. Neat feature. The electric awnings have really come a long way in the last few years. That's been one of the big advancements in the RV industry that I've seen in the last 3 or 4 years. It really makes it convenient. You hit a button, the awning goes in and out. In fact, before we go inside, I'll run the awning in and show you how the awning works. But it's a real neat feature. Another thing that we're going to put on all our Cherokee Grey Wolves is the Santa Flush Black Tank Flush. And what this is, it's a hose that runs down into your black tank. You hook a water hose up here as you're dumping your black water and gray water tanks. You hook it in here and it actually sprays water from the back side of the tank and flushes out all of your wastewater. Real neat feature. It keeps the camper smelling right. It's something that's not very expensive, but a lot of people don't put it on campers as they order them, and it's kind of tough to put after the fact. We like to have them here at Berryland. We like to put them on. It's something that you'll really get a lot of use of. One of the reasons this floor plan is one of our best-selling floor plans is this door here, I think. This is a bunkhouse floor plan, but this door here actually opens, as you can see, into the bathroom. And a lot of people like the fact that if you're out here gathering underneath your awning, you have guests over, and you need to use the restroom, you don't have to trounce through the inside of the camper to use the restroom. Really nice feature. A lot of people like the fact that you can use this. As we get inside, I'll point out some more features. I'm looking at the fantastic fan in the bathroom. That's going to be standard on all our Grey Wolves too, but we'll talk about that inside. But this is a real neat feature for this particular floor plan. The fact that you can go inside and outside the bathroom without walking through the rest of the camper. It's something our customers really like, and we've had a lot of success with. Once again, all of our Cherokee Grey Wolves are going to have this little rack here in the back. It's not a very expensive option, but it adds a lot of value to the customers, and we find our customers like it a lot. You pull a pin here, this folds down, and you can store an ice chest. Some people want to put generators. There's a ton of things. You can actually put bikes back here on this little rack. So it's a really neat feature. It's not very expensive for the customer. And like I said before, we're not the cheapest camper. We're not the least expensive camper on the market, but we feel like we offer a lot of options for the money, and that's something that's very important to us. I want to point out here on the corners, all 4 corners of the Cherokee Grey Wolves, they're going to have the extended gutter spouts. And what that's going to do is it's going to take the water and take it off of the side of the camper, which is a neat feature. It helps prevent the black streaks that you'll find on a lot of campers out there. Once again, it's all 4 corners, and it's just little things that make the Cherokee Grey Wolf a better value. Kind of sticking on a construction theme, we said before that this is a plywood floor camper. The floors are made of tongue and groove plywood. Another thing that Cherokee does is just a wood stud that comes down here, they'll actually wrap a hurricane strap. And it's the same kind of straps you'll find underneath a mobile home maybe that's holding it down to the anchors. But they'll wrap it around the corners where the studs come down and then staple it here and staple it on the bottom. And this is something you're not going to find in a lot of travel trailers, especially travel trailers at this price point. But it's something that's going to help the Cherokee Gray Wolf hold together better as it goes down the road and gives you a little better construction. Once again, I've said it a couple times, we're not the least expensive trailer on the market, but I think for value and construction and features for the money, I think we offer a lot more than a lot of our competition. We talked about storage on the other side. This is a nice big storage area. This is a bunkhouse model, and you're behind the bunk bed here. So this is the area underneath the bunk bed from the outside. So it gives you a nice big storage area there. You do have an exterior shower. This shower has hot and cold water here. And of course, we locate it right here by your dump station. This is your gray valve and your black valve for your dump station. So if you're out here dealing with the things that a lot of us don't like to deal with, you got hot and cold water here. A lot of people leave a little bar of soap to wash your hands and whatnot. Fresh water and city water connections, and then your connection for your 30 amp service. As we look, you do have one more storage up here on your slide out. This is behind the sofa. Nice area to keep things. These are some of the exterior features that I wanted to point out on the Cherokee Gray Wolf. As I said before, we got the air conditioning plugged up, so we're going to go inside and spend some time and show you some of the interior features and some of the advantages of this particular floor plan. Before we go inside, my cameraman reminded me that we were going to show you the awning going in and out, so I wanted to be able to do that real quick. Once again, our friction hinge door, so I don't have to worry about it slamming or open or closing. And like I said, this has been one of the major advancements of the RV industry, these awnings. You know, the old days of spending 5 minutes pulling it out and running it out and setting up and moving levers have all been changed into a click of a button. So you stand right here, you notice that I'm standing outside, the button's inside, so I can see to make sure I'm not going to hit anything when the awning goes in or out. But that's a whole lot easier in the old days. Let's go inside and check out this 26 DBH. And we were talking about the awning and the LED lights outside and how they've changed the RV industry. Well, they've done it on the inside too. All of our Cherokee Gray Wolves are going to come standard with this LED light strip that goes behind the slide out. And that's just adds a lot of ambiance to the camper. It's not a real bright light, so you can almost use it as a night light. There's a ton of different ways you can use it. As we look into the living area here, we're going to talk about this side of the camper, and I'm going to flip around and show you the other side. We're in a bunkhouse travel trailer. This would be the master bedroom side. Some of the things I want to point out is the faux leather sofa here. A lot of our customers like this because it's easier to keep clean versus a cloth or a fabric or something like that. You can take a rag and wipe it down. As we look up here into the master bedroom, I like to point out always that we actually put wooden doors that separate the master bedroom from the living area. A lot of campers out there use a curtain, a folding deal. There's a ton of different ways to do it. But the wooden doors to me are very important because it offers a little more privacy. You're going to have the faux brick look up here, which is very nice. A lot of storage area here. This little area here is deep enough where you could put a set of shoes or something like that up underneath the entertainment center. You're also going to have a DVD CD player. This radio actually plays inside as well as outside. You have speakers here inside the camper, and then you have your outside speakers also. So if you put a DVD or a CD, you can play it outside as well as play it inside. This is something new for 2015. We've gone to LED lights throughout the interior of the camper. The big advantage to that is they just use less power. And in RVing, it's not something you think about in your house because you can just turn light switches on and you got a cord coming, so you got as much power as you want. In an RV, you got to manage your power. And These lights draw a lot less amps than the traditional 110 or the traditional incandescent bulbs. So real neat feature. LED lights throughout. It's a big important deal. Another thing that's nice about the Cherokee Grey Wolves is the seamless countertops. The countertop cover here that fits. The sink is actually under mounted into the countertop, so if you're sitting up here, you spill something, you can wipe it right down into the sink. A real nice sink, big. It's big enough to put pots and pans and things like that. Also use the little faucet here that extends with a little spray nozzle. That's something you're going to find in some of the higher end campers, which is a real neat feature, especially for us here in Louisiana. We like to cook, and when we cook for a lot of people. This camper sleeps a bunch. I'm going to count them here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. So usually have big pots. We're cooking outside. You got a place here where you can clean your dishes without being so cramped. Have a light here underneath the countertop, LED light. Once again, it's important. If you notice and you go through campers and you kind of compare them, I often say count the lights. When you're looking at these little lights cost about $10 for the manufacturer. Well, it's real easy to leave 4 or 5 lights out and save $50 a camper, and they build thousands a year. Well, that's one way they can save money and make the price cheaper. As I said before, we're not the least expensive camper, but we feel like we offer the most value for the money. Another thing that they do here is they actually flush mount your stove. It's got a real nice stovetop cover, which kind of makes it a bigger countertop area if you're not actually using the stove. Costs a little more money to do it, but it's a really nice feature. You fold that up and you can use your stove. This actually works as a little backsplash too, which is a real nice feature. We're going to turn the camera off and flip around because I want to show you the other side of this little travel trailer. Once again, we're in the 26 DBH bunkhouse. This is by far our best-selling floor plan for a number of reasons. We're going to flip around and I'll show you the bunkhouse side. We're standing in the back of the 26 DBH, and as I said before, this is one of our best-selling floor plans. And one of the reasons I think we sell so well is because it's not a very heavy camper. This trailer, it's a little shorter than a lot of the traditional travel trailers, and the slide out's not quite as deep as some of our others, which we offer the 274 DBH in a Cherokee, which offers a flush floor slide that goes a little farther out, but that trailer actually weighs a little more. This trailer is a good bit less than 6,000 pounds. They usually run somewhere between 5,300 and 5,400 pounds. You can go on our website and there's actually a picture of the weight sticker in each of the campers that we sell. But I think that's one of the reasons we sell this so well, because with a half-ton truck, you could pull this camper over the Rockies to Alaska very comfortably without straining your truck. You're well within the limits of what your truck can do. But yet when you get inside, it offers a lot of room. When we look back here in the back, as we said outside, this door here goes to the outside, but your bathroom's on one side. Then on this side here, you actually have 2 full-size double bunks. These are full-size beds, not a smaller one with a bigger one on the bottom. A lot of people offer this, but what a lot of people don't offer is ways to get up there. I've seen them build this floor plan and just basically have a bunk, and we often say, well, how do you get up there? Well, you just do the old heave-ho. But this one, they offer you a little ladder. It's built in, very convenient. There's a plug-in up here. There's a light up here. Little curtain that comes around so that you can make this little area private. You kind of shut it off. Real nice option. This has been very popular, the way this bunk room's set up. It's very versatile. You can sleep bigger people. You can sleep smaller kids. You can stack them up. It really lends itself to a lot of different uses. Guess I'll kind of switch over to the kitchen side here. This is another nice feature, and it's located right here by the bathroom or the kitchen, which we're in a travel trailer, so space is confined and storage is very important. You can use a couple of these shelves and put towels because it's right here by the bathroom. You can use some of this as storage for the kids' clothes, but you can also use it as a pantry. The key about it is it's big. It's big and it's got big shelves. So it's versatile. There, you can use it for a lot of different things, and a lot of people like the fact that instead of just small little cabinets that are broken up, you got a big door with a lot of storage here. Of course, you're going to have the standard RV refrigerator. It works off of gas and electricity. Norcold brand, lots of room, 6 cubic foot, standard kind of RV refrigerator. When we switch back over to the other side, we want to point out this U-shaped dinette. And this is a very important feature because you can sleep a lot of people on it. I'm not a real tall fella, and I can actually lay down on this dinette whenever we fold it down. Another nice thing is you can sit a lot of people around it. Real important feature. A lot of people like it over the standard dinette. It's very versatile. Another option-wise we'll talk about is the wood blinds. Gives it a real nice look, but it also allows you to kind of shut the light off in here or bring a lot of light in. So it lends itself to some privacy, as well as it looks good. It's got a real good look to it. Kind of going over some more of the options just while we're here inside. We equip all of our 26 DBHs with a 15 BTU air condition. You can't have enough air conditioning in Louisiana, so going from a 13.5 to a 15 BTU air condition is something that's important. Maybe not so important in Louisiana, but if you plan on bringing this up north, or even in a cold winter in Louisiana, we also enclose the holding tanks on the outside. So, if we have a freeze, you don't have to worry about your holding tanks freezing up and things of that nature. As I said before, we're not the least expensive camper, but this is the best-selling camper in the state of Louisiana right now, and I think it's because of the value for the money. We have about 15 of these in stock. We stock this year-round, and this is the latest version of the 2016 26 DBH.